Grace, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
can.
Cool.
Yeah, let's get Naoki.
Yeah. I. Mm,
I'm just getting Naoki to join this one.
all right. I thought I invited him though. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Um.
it's working.
All right. I just did. So.
I'm just telling Naoki to join the one that you set up.
All right. Um.
Alright, is Naoki coming?
I hope so.
Alright, he just saw my message, so he'll be here in a second.
All right. Okay. Oh.
So your computer wasn't working, but it's working now?
Yeah. I thought it was. I thought it wasn't gonna work, but it somehow worked.
Hmm,
Mm.
good. It's working. Have you heard anything from Emua?
A what?
Have you heard anything from Emua?
Oh no. Well, she did. She did message back a couple times when we were talking on the group chat, but like, I don't know what happened now.
Yeah, she hasn't seen it, has she? Yeah, this one was really hard, yeah.
Hmm?
This, these two articles.
Oh yeah, I didn't really like honestly. I didn't really read all of them. I just kind of read it.
It's difficult. I mean, the type of language that they used, it's not like making sense totally. So you have to like pick on the words to like expand on the what they're trying to say. Yeah, yeah,
Wow, we have to talk 30 minutes. So
yeah. Anyways, I think it's gonna work out well if we just give our thoughts
yeah,
and try to answer the questions
yeah, I hope so.
because we cannot give a perfect answer, right? Like
Yeah, sure.
and prepare the essay because it's difficult and you know. You send invitation to everybody, yeah?
I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see you. Hmm.
Can you guys hear?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, finally I got it. Thank you for waiting.
all good.
Alright.
So, shall we start?
Yeah, let's start. Let's get it over with.
But to be honest, I don't understand. This is,
Like,
this is very difficult.
yeah. I think everybody's on the same page, not just our group, but everybody's probably thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Well, I hope so because if they understand all of this, they're smart people.
Yeah. So, shall we just start talking about the questions?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
should we do it? Should we just go through questions or like bounce off what we learned first and then go to questions? Should we just go to questions first?
Alright. So I just copy and paste the questions into the words so I can see the questions.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
first, how are Kant and Burke similar and or different? I think I understand the article of the Burke or Burke, but I don't understand the article of the Kant. Do you guys understand about the Kant?
I tried.
Yeah. Not really.
So maybe, since we don't, it's kind of difficult to understand, maybe we can just share our opinion for this question.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so if I see the Burke, so I think the Burke is the first guy who start to talk about the beauty, right? I guess.
Yeah, I think he was one of the first ones that were enlightened.
Yeah.
Then just from my reading, I just got some few points. That
Hmm.
where is it? Uh, I just forgot. I think one topic is that small thing, it's easy to be beautiful. Like when you write a letter, you always write like dear something,
Hmm.
little sister like that. So if you use a kind little or kind of uh meaning of the small word, it's kind of expressing the beauty. That's what I got from just one section.
Yeah.
But that's all. And also, where is that? There is a section. The title is "Perfection, Not the Cause of Beauty," and it says, on the last sentence, there is no need of the concurrence of our will. So I think he tried to express that the our prejudice or thinking doesn't
Hmm.
shouldn't be affected to the things. So things itself should be beautiful. So he just tried to kind of separate the our thinking or ideas and the things itself. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
I know it's kind of difficult to explain, but this is just
Mm.
I got from his article. So maybe he just tried to explain the small thing is easy to be beautiful, and also the things or something should be beautiful without our will. So I think that's how he tried to explain. Or maybe there should be more important thing, but this is the only thing I got from his article. What do you guys think?
I think to add on the um, beautiful or the beauty thing, under of beauty, There was so much, I guess, emphasis on like the body and like how differences between
Yeah.
male and female,
Oh yeah, that's true.
and how the expression of animals compared to men, women, and different types of animals that are out there, the way they think, and the way different species
Hmm.
of animals think, like lions.
Yeah.
Lions beautiful because it's great in stature, but like how do you say it? Let's say rabbit's not beautiful even though it's not great in stature and powerful. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So there's differences between in each species about their beauties and their qualities and characteristics that
Hmm.
um, each, I guess, not object, but like that
Hmm.
something consists of. So,
Yeah.
and under of beauty, Burke, he's saying, where's this? It's in the right in the middle of under of beauty. It says,
Hmm.
by beauty, I mean that quality or those qualities in bodies which they cause love or some passion similar to it.
Hmm.
And he distinguishes between love and desire and
Hmm.
the lust, right? And I think there was an article that talked about lust has always existed, but like desire and love, can grow in after and that kind of thing.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
I was thinking kind of different. We're talking about differences, yeah, or
Hmm.
similarity or differences between the Kant and the Burke.
Hmm.
I think it was directly talking about. So with the Kant one,
Hmm.
it was directly talking differences between. What was that? I put it together.
Where are you looking?
Ah, here it is. So, so what Burke was talking about was we, we sometimes expect people to agree on what we think is beautiful
Hmm.
or what they think is beautiful, and they expect to agree to us, and we may say, "Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. It's beautiful," but like inside our hearts, we don't think the same way.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And like the same with the cultural values, like some are very important, but we don't have that same importance for each culture because we only belong to one or two cultures, right? So
Hmm.
I think that's the kind of the road and like the mindset that I got from reading Burke. And
Hmm.
Kant was very difficult to understand.
Yeah, true. I don't get anything from his old English.
Yeah. Anyways,
Well, like if I guess like if we I don't know, did you guys read the thing on campus? Like Sister Ho also like said something on
Hmm.
campus, and like if we that one is a lot easier to understand. But basically, I think Burke he's saying that like I think he thinks human is more about how to say like the beauty came from physical attraction like
Hmm.
um
mm,
how to say it it's like mm, when we think something is beautiful it has to be something related to one of our senses like
interest,
um
yeah.
yeah I don't know I think that kind of makes sense like maybe like, not that probably not make sense to me but like uh oh, it probably makes sense to people like back then. It
Hmm.
just, I think, yeah, this Burke, he is kind of the way he define beauty, like the way he like study like what beauty means. I think it's basically based on like how he think people have those kind of physical attraction, and Kant, like he's kind of different. Like he wants to know like why people think like what beautiful means to different people. I think that's kind of I still don't understand like the Kant article, but I think as far as I know, I think that's probably how he look at and how he think people think what beauty is. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, what I found in Burke's definition of beauty, or like the conclusion about beauty, is it was relating a lot to. So when he was talking about being beautiful, or like anything about beauty, there was always something about like passion, love, and like
What?
affection, or whatever the physical components to it. And right above beautiful objects, small part, I think there's a conclusion of Burke's, or one of the conclusion. Anyway, I'm just gonna read it out so it'll make sense hopefully. And he says, beauty is a thing much too affecting not to depend upon some positive qualities. And since it is no creature of our reason, since it strikes us without any reference to use, and even where the use at all can be discerned, since the order and the method of the nature is generally very different from our measures and the proportions, we must conclude that beauty is, for the greater part, some quality in bodies acting mechanically upon the human mind by the intervention of the senses. We ought therefore to consider attentively in what manner those sensible qualities are disposed in such things as by experience we find beautiful, or which excite in us the passion of love or some correspondent affection. So he's saying that it's the physical mechanism that is acting within us that comes into our minds what we determine the beautiful or not, kind of thing.
Let me add
Uh,
one more real quick.
okay.
Uh, yeah. Oh, what happened to Naoki?
I don't know. Let me message him. Where is Naoki? Huh?
I don't know, but now no. I will invite Naoki later.
Naoki, Naoki.
Noki is on the line right now. I see him.
Yeah, I just invite him, so I guess I hope he. Okay, I guess he's back.
Am I in?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right, Memo, are you here? Memo?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, I
We
can.
we
Okay.
we've been
Okay.
already discussing about the differences and similarities that we found in Burke and Kant on beauty, and
Okay.
Maurice Naukin. I've already kind of shared what we found that stood out to us in Burke, and a few things in Kant. What did you find?
Um. Do we have to? Do we need to answer the question? Like, there's a first question that I think I can answer.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
what
like
we're gonna discuss?
any questions you can answer, I think
Okay.
it's great. We're not going by order, so
Okay. Okay. So, well, I read about Edmund Burke, and he explains about beautiful, that beautiful to him is like it's more like a pleasure or a bit of a kind of like a taste.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I can just write and talk. Is that okay? Because
Yeah, sure.
sometimes the connection is not really clear.
Okay.
what do you mean? Are you
Oh.
gonna write?
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, it's more like an observation where it compares like as people we observe things and we look into quality of the something, and if it's good to us then it's like it's beautiful to us. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
from Burke. And similar to Kant explain about beautiful. It's more like a judgment thing that we we people can judge things according to our own, it based on our something that based on our judgment can determine something beautiful. Is that what you guys think?
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that's a good insight. One of the things that we also can agree to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the second question?
Second question
Second.
is, what are some things that have changed in the ways we think about beauty between the 18th century and now? So we have to talk about the change about the beauty
Uh-huh.
between the
Mm,
18th century and now.
Mhm.
okay, I think we have a good idea of what the beauty is like now, or like we can express how we think about beauty now compared to the 18th century. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So I'll start. Um, 18th century beauty, from what I understand, is all about how there's no agreeing to it unless or until there's an interest. Someone finds interest in whatever the people are saying about or the pointing towards to about beauty or beautiful. Otherwise, it won't be considered as beautiful, even though it is beautiful. Right? Um, and I don't know why, but for some reason the Burke's no definition, but like the things that he wrote about the beauty was pretty straightforward
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
about different things, such as it talked about like the very first paragraph I was reading, and it said the object therefore of the mixed passion which we call love is the beauty of sex. That's what he says. I'm like, what the heck? Anyways, I was so confused because
Yeah.
I don't know that what that does with beauty, love, or passion. Anyways, but I think in the 20th century or 21st century today, we see beauty as um,
Mhm.
obviously there's something visual beauty,
Mm-hmm.
like flowers or like what the views from the mountain or hiking or the views from the top of the building or the nature, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people agree that's one of the beauty of the earth, beauty of the nature, and I think the beauty um, now in 20th and 21st century, it's it's more individual and personal.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter if everybody agrees or not. If you
Yeah.
think something's beautiful, you are welcomed and you have a right to express it as long as it's not illegal. Then
Mm-hmm.
that constitutes something as beauty, I think.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Mm.
like I guess like what you said. I think like back then, I think back then people tend to think like they tend to agree things, not like not like according to what they really think. Just said like one person think that way, that what beautiful is, then the other person just go ahead and like follow like what they said. Like it's just like they don't really have the space to express what they think. And
Yeah.
it's really different like now, 21st century. It's like I think people still like do that, like follow, like go along with what people say. But we have more space to express who we are, like or like what we think on different things around us. Yeah. But people, yeah, like I think people back then they do have like their own mind, but they just couldn't really due to like the society, like the people around them, or even uh sometimes involve like some laws, like they couldn't really express what they really think.
Yeah, to add on to what Marie said, that made me think of maybe back then, 18th century, maybe that was a time where like the dominant power in the nation or the country, like kings, queens, of like royalty plus people had dominant power to influence other people to think about it in a certain way instead of having everybody's rights on what beauty is for everybody. But so there was a power that was dominant in the community that said, "Hey, this is beautiful. If I say beautiful, this is beautiful, and if you say this is beautiful, I don't think about it, then that's not beautiful," kind of thing. So maybe there was that dominant power. That's why everybody had to agree on one or two things
Beautiful.
when there's 1,000 beautiful things. My thought.
Hmm. Do you wanna go next, Mamawa?
Okay. I think yeah, like in the 18th century, I go along with they have more powers, and I think in the 18th century as well, it's more like formal in a way that like it's an old-fashioned way of looking at beautiful in compared to like nowadays.
Hmm. Okay. So I think I try to add other opinions, but maybe it's kind of difficult. But I just wanna share that the back in the 18th century, uh, the Burke or either Kant try to connect the beauty with uh, the feelings or interest. But maybe just my opinion, but nowadays the people just say beautiful through the physical, like a body or background or something. I think we never think about the let me think. I think the people never think about the beauty, try to connect with the feelings. So if I see the, for example, maybe go to the uh, maybe Lion Point, see the ocean, it's big, dynamic, and I just feel it's beautiful. Just my just from my vision. Or if I see maybe I'm the guy. If I see the beautiful woman, I just feel she's beautiful. Or maybe opposite thing happened. If if the girl find a guy, we shouldn't say beautiful, but you might feel some positive feelings through the physical things. So maybe back in the 18th century, the people try to connect with the feeling. But maybe nowadays, I don't think the people think about the feelings, and I mean the people never connect with the feeling and beauty, I think. I think
Yeah,
that's
I think kind of, yeah, I think kind of go along with Malky's point too. That makes me think. There's so many like posters and pictures and like of Hollywood actresses,
yeah.
or like not even Hollywood, just like famous people, actresses, like the woman who needs to be in good shape or like better shape all the time, and a lot of like other women may think, oh, I'm not beautiful unless I become like that. Yeah, maybe there's something like that in people's mind now that although they're beautiful, but they don't think they're beautiful because the definition of beautiful is directed and like kind of driven towards
Mhm.
people with money.
True. Yeah, but maybe that's the changes, I guess.
Yeah,
So should we go next?
let's go next.
Alright.
So it's what are some things you agree with in these two writers? It
Hmm.
should be easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I already share that the if if something is beautiful, the thing itself should be beautiful. It, it shouldn't be depending on the person's mind or other people's ideas. So may I mean I agree that uh, each person has different opinions and uh, and each people think whether the things are beautiful or not. So I think I just want to quote that there is no need of the concurrence of our will. I like this sentence, and also I agree with beautiful. It should be beautiful. It's not. It's not. So I like this idea, and I totally agree with that.
I like it too. One thing that I agree from what Kant said was in the beginning, he boldly stated that everyone must allow that a judgment on the beautiful which is thing with the slightest interest is very partial and not pure judgment of taste.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And that made me think of if somebody else tells me something is beautiful or somebody's beautiful, then if I have even a slight interest in that person or in the person who's saying that's beautiful or the object that is, if I have a little interest in that object or person, then there's a better chance that I'll say, yes, of course, it's beautiful too, because I kind of agree and have interest on the same thing that the person is saying to me. So I kind of agree with what he says.
Hmm.
I like how the reading about the reading the one the writer like Kant, and
Yeah.
it says, yeah, judgments about beauty, like judgment of a taste to be universal. We may dislike what others would give based on their judgment or cultural differences. And I kind of like agree to what he says because based on our different cultures, and it can lead us to what we look into, like our taste and different um, personality on judging something that beautiful to us. I think I agree to like what this writer wrote about this statement.
Hmm. Sounds
I
good.
think what I think is closer to what Kant think. Um, cause I think his idea is focused on more like what what does beauty means to people,
Mhm.
not just like what everyone thinks, not just like physical attraction. So I think Kant's idea is I don't really, I'm 100% agree on him, but there are some things like he's he's like closer than closer to what um I really like that he he concerned about like once again what Billy means, not just not just like physical attraction. So yeah.
Cool. All right, should we move on? Next question.
What's
All
the
right,
next
next
question?
question. Next
Wait.
question is,
Uh, what are
what are some things that you disagree with in these two writers? Something that you disagree. Do you have
um
one?
oh what happened to Naoki?
I'm not sure. He'll join back on.
All right. Okay. Oh well, he's gone. Well,
I'm back.
Okay.
Sorry for interruption.
no, you good.
So are we already moving on the next question or not yet?
Yeah, we talking about things we disagree now.
Okay.
I would have to disagree what Burke said, like about like his idea, like you know he talked about like our taste, like if one person think of like think like what beautiful is in like in one way, um he said like other people should probably think that way too. But I cannot agree on that, and because it's like it's more than that. It's not just I think his idea is like there's a general idea about Billy back then, but then people would then that what beautiful should mean. But and
Hmm.
I don't. I think it's like people have different definition to that. So um, I think why he think that way is just because back then the society like people couldn't really express themselves, and and when he do his studies, it's more like he observed. But there's not much he can do because like people couldn't really express themselves. So I think like from his article or like his studies about on beauty, so I cannot really agree on those
Mhm.
things.
Okay. The things that I can't really agree um, was perfection is not the cause of beauty. I think it is in a way because let's say we see what a really cool city night view or something from
Yeah.
the cool tall top of building, yeah. And I'll see it. It's beautiful because it's perfect to me. You know, there's nothing that distracts me or like concerns me about the view because it is perfect in my eyes. That's why I think it's beautiful.
Mhm.
There's nothing that is not beautiful. That's why I think it's beautiful. Therefore, it's perfect for me in my eyes. So perfection, not all the time, but maybe sometimes has to be the cause of the beauty in order for us to, and for me to think it's beautiful.
Hmm. Okay, so actually that's pretty specific point, but the Burke talks about the smaller thing. It's easy to be beautiful, but back in the days it might be, but nowadays I don't think it's beautiful because uh maybe we always separate using the words cute and beautiful. So if we see the kind of small things, we we are kind of tend to say cute, like smaller people or kids. We always say cute. We don't feel beauty from them. But if we see like taller people like models, maybe especially the guys, we always say beautiful. Or for the nature, if we see the small things, there is no impact, so we don't. It's kind of difficult to feel something. But if we go to, for example, like watching the waterfalls, Grand Canyons, like many World Heritage sites, maybe we are easy to say beautiful. So maybe the more the thing is big, the more easy to, I mean, the easier to feel beautiful. Just my opinion. So I don't agree that the small thing is beautiful. Actually, it's different, not beautiful. Why are you laughing, Jamie?
Not impressed. That's it. Yeah. All good.
So, should we go next? Or, Mama, what did you share your disagreement?
I think I don't. I only see like it's in the nature.
Mm-hmm.
We tend to like as what's the writer Burke
Mm-hmm.
explains about like the nature we see. Wait, I'm just gonna quote it from this. They explain about beauty and everything, and it's more into love and something that we can see and judge. Yeah, but what they say here, it's it's wise and good. Like it's the creator that can see things and prove that it's beautiful. You know what I mean? Like it's more like a contrast thing with the idea of us look judging something, but I disagree on like some facts that they say purposely on the meaning of beauty. I
Mm-hmm.
don't. Maybe it's clear or not.
Hmm. Interesting.
Interesting.
Okay, so where is my word? Okay, so next one is the last. What are some things or people in the media today that Burke would not think of as beautiful that some people today might think of as beautiful? It's kind of similar question.
Yeah.
We have to talk about the difference between the today's media and Burke's beauty. So, should we talk about the today's media first, or we directly start answering the question?
Let's just directly answer the question.
Okay, so which
Yeah.
means you're ready, yeah?
No.
Yep.
So I guess we done?
I mean, we kind of answered this because I
Yeah.
talked about like the
Yeah.
media, how like media, like today,
Along the way.
yeah, like we talked about how there's so much advertisement about like beauty on physical part, but not like feelings and like mentals and people's hearts kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. We always focus on the physical thing. We never think about the feelings.
No,
So it can be answered. And is that 30 minutes already?
I think this is 30 minutes.
So,
Okay.
Who is going to write a page and a half of this?
or maybe we can kind of talk about the thing we have to write on the document. Then, what's the questions?
The question is, what might society broadly in the 20th century think of the ideas of Burke and Kant? So what do we on people like in our age think about their idea of beauty?
So, is that it's kind of just an opinion paper, yeah?
Yeah, but we have to include examples that we talked about in this discussion.
How long should we write? Is that half
Page and a half.
Yeah, page and a half.
It's
two,
1 page to 2 pages.
two
Just one and a
pages?
half page.
Using
You should use
examples.
example from today's media and quotes from Burke and Kant to help you write this. So we just have to. I mean, sorry, one of us should answer just one question.
Yeah, one of us will represent all four of us.
Who
Yeah.
who thinks who understand most?
Well, none
Well,
of us want to do it.
we have to take turns to do it, so eventually everyone gets to do it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Everyone get to the chance to write,
okay. I
but
think
we have,
I think I will do it because I already have an idea for the answer.
Well, I mean, that's cool if you want to do it.
Because,
Yes, smart person.
but I just wanna see the rubric first. Did anyone check the rubric?
Yeah,
yeah,
You know,
it's
if the
under work and the assignment.
because if the grade is based on the discussions, the paper is not heavy, so we are kind of like more comfortable to just finish the assignment.
Yeah.
But if it's kind of heavier than this hangout discussion, we should kind of pick paper. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense.
I just try to be lazy.
So it says
Um,
here in the rubric, it says that the thesis is a direct answer to the questions asked and covers everything discussed in the rest of the paper. Maybe something that we discuss, and it has to be a clear thesis statement in in the paper as well, and it will give us a full mark.
All right. So, is there any specific points for the
Points.
discussion paper?
I think we should clearly state that what they thought about beautiful and what we think about beautiful today is
Mm-hmm.
different, and
Yeah.
that's portrayed in people's minds and in today's media and society as general, but also that has to do with individual
Yeah.
way of thinking beautiful.
I think. I mean, I will only write about the one topic to write a page and a half. So I hope I can write, but the topic is back in the 18th century, the people try to connect with beauty and feeling, but today we try to connect the connect with beauty and physical things, and just try to find a quote from the article. Then it can be a page and a half.
Yeah,
It should
There's
be double space,
a
yeah.
document.
double
Yeah,
space.
it's a double space.
Maybe
It's a document
I don't have any I mean I
sample.
don't need to write two examples. Maybe one example is enough.
Okay.
As
Or
long
you
as
guys
we like, yeah, as long as we expound on that one example and like give our opinions about differences between 20th century and back then, like about these two, Burke and Kant, then I think she'll give us.
Yeah, I hope she will give us not 4, but almost 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Almost. But maybe, after I finish writing the paper, I will just post on the Facebook.
Okay.
Then maybe we can fix if you want, or if you don't care, I will just turn in. Then we can see the how hard she is or how easy she is. Yeah.
You can just
Okay.
turn it in. Yeah.
Then we can just kind of know whether she's hard grader or easy grader.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We.
So I'm
Yes. This
the
is.
experiment.
Well, this is recorded, so she can't hear this thing.
Yeah, this is so we have to cut something out of this.
Should we do we have to send the link to her to like do we have to like submit the link to like
Yeah,
the
as always.
we
Yes.
yeah.
So what should happen? Really, since you're doing the video, why don't you submit the video,
Mhm.
the link, and then Naoki will submit the paper on his canvas so that, and we're in the same group, so she's gonna grade us
Yeah.
all together anyways. We don't have to worry about you turning two things in at once.
All right. Yeah. Okay, that works.
Okay. Anyways, good job. Thanks so much.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
Right, catch you later. Bye bye.